Hello, everybody, and welcome to our first episode of the Real Estate Corner. I'm Jenna with Team Brooks, and this is David Yuzpe. I like to call him the Wizard of Mortgages.
Thank you.
Pull that out of the hat. Okay, so today there's so much going on. It is January 13th, 2025. When I first reached out to David, I was like, okay, do we talk about, the difference between 23 and 24, years 23 and 24, what's going on with 2025 and Trudeau? Do we know? There's a lot of, okay, so David, how do we trim this down? Let's do a slight recap.
Okay, that's, thanks, Jenna. And it's interesting because, your brother, and I don't have the picture, but Nathan, thank you. Nathan is awesome at bringing us statistics, and he really takes a very important part of the business. And he said to me the other day, he said, David, 23 was this, 24 was that. They were talking about average sale prices, number of units transacting. Can you think of why, where there are difference in declines and whatnot? And here's maybe oversimplified, but here's what I would get to. In 23, interest rates were up here. 24, they've started to come down, and we're continuing to do that. Mm-hmm. The biggest difference between 23 and 24, yes, there was some slight difference in average sale prices, but different segments of the market were busier than others.
Of course, yeah.
So with the reduction in the interest rates came a reduction in the stress test. And with the lowering of the stress test, it brought more people to market and the ability to actually afford some homes. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the congruent line that we were looking at in terms of how this was actually coming together and why there was a little bit more action in 24 than 23. Mm-hmm. Some prices have come back down, gas has come back down. I don't want to say inflation was under control. That would be an absolute misnomer. But with some of the prices coming down, it left people with a little bit more disposable income and a little bit more consumer confidence. And I think that's a number that's important to meet.
Yeah.
So that's why we're there. And so where does that bring us to today? Some of the more exciting things, or some of the things that have brought the ability for our first-time buyers, people looking to get into new construction, and just to recap the programs. New rules, new programs.
Yes.
In 2025, we now have the ability for a first-time buyer to actually have a 30-year amortization.
Yeah.
There is a small increase.
Spread it over 30 years.
Not saying that I love it, except it's giving
more debt.
More debt. It's the opportunity to move into the market.
You can get into the market. So
exactly.
what's your priority? Yeah.
So with that 30-year, and I love that because that's what it is. It's expanding the buying power for the kind of the average hardworking Canadian, the people that we're talking to on a daily basis. It might increase your ability to buy by as much as $30,000. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little bit less. Okay. But that 30 grand buffer. It's a difference between getting to own it at a price you can afford.
Yeah.
Comfortably.
Monthly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At a payment you can afford.
Yes.
Better point.
There we go.
And then we can kind of move that down. Mm-hmm. And that's really going to give you the ability to get into the market and to own instead of paying somebody else's mortgage. You're going to be paying your own. And that's.
And last year it was just on new construction, and now it's for first-time home buyers or anybody.
Correct. Yeah. The next thing they expanded was actually the amount that you could have a minimum down payment on. It used to be up to $1 million. Mm-hmm. It's now up to 1.5 million. That's really a GTA, GVA kind of thing. It's not really a lending thing.
Personally, can I just say, I wouldn't recommend, so if you're looking at a property that you want to pay 1.5 on and putting 5% down, let's just think about your monthly payments there. I can't recommend it. I'm sorry, I can't.
You mean you don't want to spend $7,000 a month? Okay.
I don't know. But it's an option. It's an option. So
it's there. Don't recommend it, but it's there.
Yeah.
And honestly, now they've also changed where anyone can buy new construction with the minimum down payment. When we say 5% down, let's remember 5% of the first 500,000, 10% of the balance, but the ability is there to buy new construction with a down payment of less than 20%, because that $1 million threshold in our market knocks out a lot of people. Mm-hmm. So that's there. Okay. That's kind of a real broad overview and a brief overview of what we can do today. There are these programs that are out there, and new stuff is going to come, I think, when we finally have a government change. We have nobody running our government probably till April, and we know that within the next 6 days or so there's going to be...
Maybe that's the next topic, guys.
Sure, let's do government and governance next time.
Yep.
You're going to have a new government in the States. We don't know if there's going to be tariffs. We don't know what's going to happen. I can assure you we will not be the 51st state. So don't worry about that. Just let it roll off like a water, like on the duck's
Like
back.
Trump's hair.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so that's the black and white. That's the black and white. In your professional opinion, you've been doing this for over 30 years. Like, what do you think is actually going to happen in our market this year? Everybody's like, ooh, spring's coming. There's going to be a lot more transactions. We've got a lot of power of sale potentials, right? Because we've got the 5-year renewal coming up. Like, what do you see? What's your gut tell you?
So my gut tells me that we're going to have a good year because of these new programs, and also because right now Canadians are working. The jobs reports will have a swing on interest rates, but right now there's a little bit of stability. If you're looking today, there's actually a little bit of upward pressure on fixed rates, but variable is coming down. For those of you who have good jobs, we can be really strategic about the product that we're going to do.
Okay.
And there's a ton of opportunity. It's get a hold of Jenna, get a hold of Team Brooks, find out. Let's chat. Let's find out what you can afford, and let's go from there.
Okay.
And then you can take it from there. But I'm very, very optimistic for 2025.
I like it. I like it. Okay, we're optimistic. I'm going to put in the comments here a recap of everything. And again, if you want to see David again or your next topic you know of, please let us know. Have yourself a great day. Thanks, David.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.